Oh, what? He stopped it? No fucking way. For a world title fight, he stopped it with about 5 or 6 unanswered shots. What?
It's for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Let the man go down. There's a 3 knockdown rule in boxing. There was only 1 knockdown there. I'm just a little disappointed for Rico going out there fighting like that, showing the heart that he did, and almost pulling off the upset because he was clearly ahead on the scorecards.
I can't believe Rico Verhoeven got robbed like that. It's the same old story. It's the Francis Fury fight all over again. Everyone mocked these guys. Same thing with Francis. The boxing media, the boxing fans said he had no chance. It was a sham of a fight. All this, that he's gonna roll right through him. You can't just walk in. Where did this guy come from? He's a debutante. He's an amateur. And I still maintain till this day that Francis Ngannou won that fight.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. And today we've got something big. Rico Verhoeven is reportedly considering taking legal action after one of the most controversial fight endings boxing has seen in years.
When the referee came in, I wasn't dazzled or whatever. I was looking at the referee and like, why is it stopping? Like, we're almost there. So it didn't make any sense to me. And then now looking back at it, even the bell went.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And that's something he should be aware of.
Verhoeven's camp wasted no time pointing this out, and now an appeal appears to be on the table. Verhoeven himself made it clear after reviewing the footage that he wants answers, because from where he was standing at the time, he heard the warning signal that the round was nearly over, and felt he was doing exactly what he needed to do: keep moving and protect himself through the final seconds.
Yeah, the referee should admit his mistake, look back at it and say like, hey, so it's either a no contest or we go to the scorecards. And I think if we go to the scorecards, I was ahead.
Eddie Hearn came out and said flat out that he had Verhoeven ahead in the fight going into the 11th round. His view was that a referee cannot stop a fight when a fighter is not absorbing genuinely serious punishment, especially with only seconds left in the round.
I had Rico up in the fight going into that 11th round, and I felt like Usyk, buzzed him a little bit in the 10th and actually could have had I was saying to AJ and everybody else, he's got to stick it on him there. I think he can actually stop him. And he did stop him. I thought it was a poor stoppage. I know that you can never think about how long left in the round, but what was there, a couple of seconds left in the round? Yeah. And I think when you're up in the fight, or you're that competitive, you can't stop a fight when he's not taking really any serious punishment, even though the knockdown was heavy. So massive respect to Rico, and well done to Usyk for pulling it out of the bag.
Teddy Atlas, who carries serious credibility as both a trainer and an analyst, also weighed in with a straightforward verdict on social media. His take was that it was a terrible job by the referee stopping things after the bell, compounded by the fact that television production failed to keep a visible clock on screen.
Look, I think there was a little bit of Ngannou and Fury element here, where element of surprise, where Usyk was caught by surprise, not really ready mentally or physically, not in top shape. He was beefy looking, looked like he was lifting weights more than he was doing maybe traditional boxing training. Either way, credit to Verhoeven, but Usyk not at his best, picked it up when he had to at the end. And look, the stoppage, yeah, no doubt about it, the bell had rang. But the referee also gave a lot of time to Verhoeven to recover, wasted a lot of time there. And I don't think there's any doubt Usyk would have stopped him the next round.
Derek Chisora had far less nuance in his reaction. From his view, Verhoeven won the fight outright and was robbed. He put the stoppage down to a combination of bad officiating and a failure to recognize that Usyk had perhaps underestimated the kickboxing star and got dragged into a grinding battle he was not prepared for.
What was Rico doing so well to get the better of Usyk?
The movement, and his chucking orthodox.
I did that conversation with HE. He told me to stop recording. That's all.
Hey!
Ah, shit.
You see, that's the problem.
Well, I want to get back home alive.
What?
Why? Man, you're good, man. You're good, man.
What? Do you think it was an early stoppage?
That was an early stoppage. They robbed that fucking guy.
What's next for Rico, do you think?
Okay, huh?
What do you think is next for Rico?
Dylan White. I think Rico should fight Dylan White. Huh?
Yeah, what about the rematch?
They got a rematch. Nah, then, but what's his name? What's the Turkish boy? What's his name?
Cabello.
He won't get his WBC. It'd be unfair. As you know what? Fuck him. Fuck him. We won the rematch.
Not everyone shares the outrage, though. Canelo Alvarez watched the fight and came away with a completely different read. The Mexican superstar thought the referee made the right call, and that Lyson actually did Verhoeven a favor by preventing what could have been a brutal finish.
Canelo, early stoppage that?
Huh?
Was that an early stoppage?
I don't think so. I think they save a brutal knockout.
Who's next for Usyk?
All the best for Usyk.
Who do you want to see him fight next?
Huh?
Who's next for him?
Oh, he can fight whoever.
Usyk himself, as usual, kept it short. He noted simply that stopping the fight is not his responsibility. His job is to box, and he boxed. He did not engage with the controversy beyond that, which is honestly on brand for a man who has never been particularly bothered by the noise around him.
Oh, I do not think about this. A lot of people say, hey, it's early, it's night. Listen, it's not my job. My job is boxing.
The wider picture here is that this controversy almost certainly leads somewhere. Usyk already has a mandatory challenger in the form of Egit Kabayel on the WBC side, and that is a fight that has been building for a while. However, the demand for a Verhoeven rematch is loud, and it is not going away, particularly if an official appeal process finds merit in the argument that the fight should not have been stopped when it was.
Whatever happens, they're talking about maybe doing a rematch with Usyk and Rico. We're not going to stand for that. You know, Usyk's been there long enough, and he wants his moment, and that's what we'll be pushing for with WBC. And hopefully we get it over the line and do that same time in the autumn. He's a very, very good fighter. He's got great hand speed skills. I don't know if people have seen his fights with Zhang. He's been in, he's beaten everybody he's put in front of him, and he is a real class act. A lovely guy, and he can fight, and he deserves to be in the #1 spot.
What nobody can take away from Verhoeven is the performance itself. He went into one of the toughest tests in world boxing with almost no experience at the professional level and made the best heavyweight in the world genuinely uncomfortable for the better part of 11 rounds.
At least in the Francis fight, he was allowed to go the distance. At least he was afforded that respect. Rico wasn't afforded that respect. In case you missed it, the fight is stopped with 1 second left in the 11th round. But in reality, if you actually watch it, and I've watched every single video, every single angle, it was seconds after the 11th round was over. It was an absolute awful stoppage. Rico Verhoeven deserved better. He was absolutely robbed. That was a disgrace of a stoppage, and the scorecards were a disgrace as well. And now, once again, someone comes over to boxing, and as they said on the broadcast, you can't let someone walk in there and just make a mockery of the sport. And in doing so, they made a mockery of the sport.
What are your thoughts on this controversy? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more boxing content like this.